Hi everybody, I wanted to go over some course navigation tips for you um, as you work through and participate in the online phys ed course. Things that I want to bring your attention to when you look here at this home hub, okay, or the home page of our course, anytime that there's an announcement, things like that, that'll be listed here. This can also be found in the updates tab, but I'll update this as we progress through the course if there's things that you guys need to know or things that might be changing. As you work at the folders, okay, you'll notice that the folders that will stay here constantly throughout the course are these bottom five. Okay, this top one will be the top folder will always be the most recent and up-to-date assignments or module that we are working on. So the completion rules and things will show up as well. So you'll notice that some folders have completion rules, others do not. That'll always be marked. The welcome folder is going to have your syllabus and it's going to have this video that you're watching right now. So things to help you kind of get started in the course. The next thing that will always be available to you and always published will be this important class documents. A syllabus is in there again. Any rubrics that we might use on assignments, those will be in this folder that you can always reference. They'll be attached to the assignments as well. Tutorials on any tools that you might need throughout the course, especially when creating your assignment submissions. A discussion board expectations, and then examples, okay, or any sets of expectations or things that we might use week by week. Those will end up in this folder as well. So they'll be in multiple places. Another folder that will always be here for you is the heart rate monitor information. So this is everything from how to set up the monitor, how to use the monitor on a daily basis, troubleshooting, things that might come up, little tips and tricks that we've learned or students have learned along the way in taking these online PE courses. So if you ever have anything going on with your monitor, check here first, and you can probably find an answer to your question or your problem. The last thing that we hear all the time are weekly workouts. So the due dates are listed here. Those will also end up here in the calendar and the events. And then you'll find too that there is a list of at-home workout activities and resources. So anytime I find anything that found as a beneficial workout, something that is going to increase your heart rate, or is a fun workout, something I've enjoyed, something the students enjoyed, I add that here. So this is a living, breathing document that things get added to. So if you're ever kind of stuck in a rut and not sure what to do for your workout, check that page out. My rule of thumb with our opening page here is that you shouldn't ever have to scroll. So what you need for that week is always going to be right here at the top. And these documents and folders will stay here. And then anything that's from the past will end up in this past content folder. So any modules that have already passed their due date will end up in that past content. You can still go back and access them, but they're not here on the front page. It keeps some of this a little bit cleaner and makes things easier to find. So after module 1 is over, after this date, I will move that folder to past content, and then the next week's module will be at the very top of the course homepage as you work through. So let's look at the modules. They'll be laid out pretty much the same every week. And you'll find that there's always an overview. Check that out first. That'll be the first thing that you'll need to complete. And if there's any content pages, they'll end up under here, and then the assignments that are due for that week will also be in this folder. And you won't be able to access those assignments until you've checked out at least the module overview, and in some cases the content pages as well. So if you're not seeing assignments right away, you probably haven't viewed everything that you need to open up and unlock those assignments. When you look at the module overviews, you'll notice that there's color coding, and this will be consistent through anything that I post throughout the course. So if there's anything that you need to read, it'll end up in purple, okay? So if it's something to read, if it's directions, okay, if there's content that you need to use or read, that will be, the heading of that will be labeled in purple, okay? Anything that requires action from you will be in green, okay, so assignments, things like that. And then anything that is in blue is just a reminder or an update. So that is your course navigation tips and tricks.